Good morning, world. I am bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, as you can tell from my very happy face. Today's Wednesday. I have my psychiatry shelf on a Friday, and so Wednesday are didactics days, which means we just get the whole day off in psychiatry. It won't be like that for every single rotation you're on, but for psychiatry, it's gonna be Wednesday, and you get all day. But they don't have any class today because they want it to be a study day today, and they also graciously given us a day off tomorrow to study, which is great. So I'm gonna be at home studying all day, and it's already 9 o'clock. At first I thought I was gonna make a video like, oh, early productive morning. I was like, who am I kidding? I'm never gonna get up early or productive unless I need to. So here I am, 9 a.m. and I have no motivation to study. I was looking at some notes while drinking like my morning lemon water. So I'm gonna take you guys along with me as I study today and show you like what I'm studying, how I'm studying, just as motivation for me to keep studying, because the pressure of you judging me will hopefully keep me on my toes and force me to actually concentrate and study. So let's get going. So right now I'm just going through my written notes. I write all my notes on like Pages, which is like Word doc, except it's for like Apple, if you guys know about it. But I basically just write down like all the stuff that I've compiled for the last 6 weeks that I feel like I had a really hard time remembering. And so here's like an example, probably like insert on screen or something, but I'm just going through and quizzing myself like with my notes to see if I know it. I just literally like look at it, like for example, like, oh, like cannabis, like what are presentations, what are like treatments. I actually don't know if there's any treatments for it. I don't think there is. Or like, benzo, I didn't write it down, but I think the treatment is flumazenil. I think it's flumazenil. See, it's like if I don't know it, then I have to go and look it up and then just keep doing this until I memorize it. I don't know if this is how, because like technically like I do have some Anki cards associated with these, but this way I actually learn the material, and Anki is just, I have a harder time learning from Anki and like quizzing myself this way from Anki, just because like how it's set up. Like I'm kind of impulsive, and so I just like want to keep going through it and not actually like work like my way through it. But if I do it this way, then I force myself to like work my way through each thing that I'm looking at. Or like another example is just like children, like ADHD, like what are
like treatments for it. So most common treatment is stimulants, like Lisdexa. I can't pronounce these things, but I recognize it. But it's also used in, I want to say, binge eating disorder.
Time to go look that up after this, but and stuff like that. So like that's how like I go through my notes, and like this is like something I really hate doing, because this is like passive learning, and I realize I don't really enjoy passive learning. Like I just have a hard time focusing and sitting down and focusing for passive learning. But it's something that I have felt like really has helped my studying in the past. Like I've done it like this, so so that's what I'm doing. Any other useful study tricks or tips that you guys have, I would love to hear. And then Tourette's syndrome. I'm having a really hard time memorizing the difference between Tourette's and restless leg syndrome. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like Tourette's, like something anti-dopaminergic, because when I think dopamine, I think like activity, hallucinations, whatever. And so for Tourette's, like there's multiple like motor or vocal tics, then it makes sense why it's like anti-dopaminergic instead of like an antipsychotic or something. And then for restless leg syndrome, I'm like, this person's restless, but no, you give something that's a dopamine agonist, I want to say. But if you guys have the answer to these things, feel free to leave down below, quiz yourselves if you know it. But yeah, that's how I'm going through my notes. It is time for my magic mind, because I am tired of sitting around and passively learning. So I want to go do some True Learn questions. I'm also a True Learn ambassador, so if you guys want to know more about True Learn, I do have a video going through one of the questions that you guys can go check out. But I'll leave my discount code in the description box. But it's time to go do some practice questions, because I'm bored of passively studying. So we are going to be drinking Magic Mind, because Magic Mind is what gets me through these boring long days where I have nothing else to do but study. Well, where I'm making myself do nothing else but study. So I honestly really enjoy this new formulation. They just came out with, I think it's Magic Mind 2.0, whatever they call it, but the new formulation tastes so much better. Like, no offense to Magic Mind, but it just tastes so much better. I just want to talk a little bit about Magic Mind. Magic Mind is just a drink that, if you've been watching my videos, you know that I usually take. As I've mentioned before, it has a lot of great ingredients like L-theanine, ashwagandha, nootropics. I can't pronounce the name of this nootropic. It also has like lion's mane and other like cordyceps mushrooms. I don't really know, but there's like these great ingredients that just help you stay focused. It gives you like an energy boost without like drinking coffee. It's a little shot form, which I think is so convenient. It gives you energy and helps you focused. It also decreases stress because of the ingredients in it, and I just think like these are all just such great things, and so just why I like to use Magic Mind when I'm like down to the grind. But it's also not just saying this because they're sponsoring me. Like I actually do enjoy taking this to a point where I've convinced Marvin to try it, and he actually takes it. He's like a heavy like coffee drinker. Like he's addicted to coffee, and he kind of believes in magic, and he believes in Magic Mind, which is something, I think. Also, do want to note that they do have a money back guarantee, so if you don't like it, they will refund you 100%, and my experience with their customer service has been really good. So just a little tidbit, because I love money back guarantees. Okay. And thanks to a little boost of energy that my Magic Mind gave me, I was able to finish like around like 40 questions of True Learn today, or like right now it's like 11, so it took me an hour. I do tutor mode, so I like review and then I did a question and then review. I don't really have that much of an issue with timing. I only have an issue with timing when it's like I don't know what the question is saying and I don't know the answer, and for that I do believe that if I just like brush up on all like my concepts and all the knowledge, then like usually my timing is not really an issue, so that's why I don't really do time mode. I accidentally went to lunch with a friend and then I'm back. She just happened to be around here. I just didn't have any lunch plans, didn't have any plans today, so I was like, let me go and grab lunch. So I went to this really cute spot I've been wanting to check out for a while, and went to this really cute spot I've been wanting to check out for a while. And it was really good. Like, it was really good, like homemade pasta, even though there was like a bug on our table. But you know, that's okay. The food was really good. Since this is a studying vlog and I'm trying to teach me while I teach y'all maybe something, here is a True Learn question that I've been going through today. And then for commonly tested topics such as like bipolar 1 versus bipolar 2 versus like schizo and presentations, I always like to go through the different answer choices and like ask myself if I know why each answer choice is wrong. This is something important that I do regardless of the question usually, but sometimes for more important topics like this, I always do it. And so, yeah. Almost 10 p.m, which means it's time for me to get ready for bed. So excited. Best part of the day. I ended up testing out, so Marvin has AMBOSS, and I ended up testing out his AMBOSS questions. And so just because I wanted to get like a different like type of question, because like ultimately I can make another video on this if you guys are interested in learning like what resources, practice questions that I use in medical school, but every like company has a different style of question, and I do feel like I don't know what is the best style of question, because like there are similarities where I feel like they copied each other, but there's also like it's also different in how like they approach questions and how they explain things. Like today's my first day testing out AMBOSS, and that was just like not enough explanation for me. I know like it's supposed to tie into like the rest of AMBOSS. I just don't know how to use the website like very well, so like I wasn't really learning from it. I also didn't really need to. UWorld is like, I feel like UWorld is the most popular, and then TrueLearn, I feel like they give you a lot of information, which is great if you don't know anything like me. Like they have like TLDR, but also like all information you need, which I think is great. And AMBOSS is just like connected to the whole like AMBOSS like system, which is great. So in the question itself, it's less like, it doesn't really mimic exam style questions. It's more just like, I don't know how to explain it. It's not like, it doesn't mimic NBME questions. It's just like its own type of question, sort of like ScholarX questions. But yeah, these are just like 4 platforms I'm kind of using. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I am a TrueLearn ambassador. So if you guys do want to test out TrueLearn and you guys end up liking it, I have some money for you down below. If you want to save some money, yeah. I think I'm gonna head to get ready for bed and read my notes, because I think overall today I ended up finishing my Anki. I think I ended up doing maybe around 75 to 100 questions. Like my AMBOSS questions were at 20 AMBOSS questions. I did 75 TrueLearn questions, and so that's 95 questions. I think it's a lot. I'm just like getting really comfortable with the questions, getting really comfortable with the content, and then want to review all the content I'm struggling with to memorize before I go to sleep, because that's what I like to do. And I'm gonna head to bed so I can wake up early tomorrow and have my sleep schedule on track for Friday. Again, my link for Magic Mind to save some money will also be down below in the description box. Because I had to report back to you guys, I think I was more productive in my studying. Maybe, I don't know, placebo, I don't know. Because usually like I kind of freak out right before exams, so I have a really hard time like studying, and I think this helped a little. I don't know, but thank you guys so much for watching. If you have questions, always contact me, shoot me an email, leave it down below, anything, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!